Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're into rare coins, valuable collectibles, or just plain fascinating history, you're in for a treat today. We're diving into one of the most interesting and valuable coins out there, the 2007 D 1-cent coin. But not just any 1-cent coin. This particular penny has made headlines because of its extraordinary worth, far beyond what its face value might suggest. You might be wondering, how could a penny, a coin that has been in circulation for years, possibly be worth millions? Well, stay tuned as we explore the incredible value, history, and story behind the 2007 D 1-cent coin. Let's get started. The 2007 D 1-cent coin is part of the United States Mint's regular issue for that year, and like most pennies, it was designed by the famous engraver Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB are on the reverse side of the coin. However, this specific coin, the 2007 D, has something extraordinary about it. The face value of the 2007 D penny is, of course, just 1 cent. But let's get into why this particular coin has sparked so much attention and why people are willing to pay big money for it. Before we jump into the story of its value, let's take a quick look at the minting process and what makes a coin rare in the first place. Most of us think of pennies as being practically worthless. After all, they're often seen as nothing more than pocket change. But in the world of coin collecting or numismatics, it's not about the coin's face value. It's about rarity, condition, and sometimes a mistake made during the minting process that turns a regular coin into a rare collectible. The 2007 D penny isn't inherently rare. Millions of them were produced that year. But, as with most coin collectibles, there are a few that stand out due to unique circumstances. In the case of this specific penny, it's the error that occurred during its production. Here's where the story gets interesting. The 2007 D penny in question has a very unusual and extremely rare error, an error that has led to its massive value. The error was a double die obverse. To put it simply, a double die obverse means that the coin's design was struck more than once, and in this case it happened to be on the obverse, which is the side with Abraham Lincoln's image. When the die struck the coin multiple times, it resulted in a noticeable doubling effect. This caused Lincoln's portrait, the date, and some of the lettering to appear more than once, an effect that's strikingly obvious to the naked eye. Double die errors are some of the most coveted errors for coin collectors because they're so rare. Even though the 2007 D pennies were minted in large numbers, only a small number have this error. This makes them highly sought after in the world of numismatics. Some reports say that only a handful of these 2007 D pennies were ever released with this double die error, and that's what makes them so valuable. So, how much is this rare penny worth? To most people, a penny is just 1 cent, but this particular 2007 D error penny has been sold for a staggering price. Some of these coins have gone for over $50,000 at auction, and one of the most famous examples reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $52 million. Now, this isn't just any ordinary coin. The $52 million sale was a historic one. It wasn't just the error that made this coin so valuable. It was also the impeccable condition. The coin had been preserved so well that it was graded in nearly perfect condition, which is extremely rare for such a small and commonly circulated coin. This is what made it so special and, ultimately, so valuable. The $52 million sale of the 2007 D penny marked one of the highest prices ever paid for a single 1-cent coin. But even without hitting that incredible high, coins with this error can still be worth tens of thousands of dollars depending on their condition, with some fetching prices of $10,000 to $50,000 at auctions. And that's because collectors are always on the lookout for these rare, high-quality error coins. Okay, now that we know how valuable this penny can be, how can you spot one of these rare double die pennies? Well, it's not that easy, but it's definitely possible if you know what to look for. First, you'll want to closely examine the obverse side of the coin. That's the side with Lincoln's portrait. Look for any signs of doubling in the date and letters. Specifically, the word Liberty and the date 2007 are the most common areas where the error can be found. The doubling might not be immediately obvious to the untrained eye, but if you have a magnifying glass or a loupe, you'll be able to see the double impression in the design. It will look like the image of Lincoln or the letters and numbers are slightly blurred or have a shadowed appearance, indicating that they were struck multiple times. This is the telltale sign of a double die error. So, let's say you find one of these rare 2007 D double die pennies. What do you do next? If you're lucky enough to find one in your change or while going through old coins, you've got an asset on your hands. The first step is to make sure it's real. There are plenty of counterfeit coins out there, so you'll want to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. If your coin is real, it might be worth taking it to an auction house or working with a reputable dealer who specializes in rare coins. Some collectors prefer to buy coins directly from auctions, as they can sometimes pay more for the authenticity and provenance that comes with it. Remember, the condition of the coin is critical to its value. The more pristine the coin, the higher the price it can fetch. If your coin is in mint or near mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. To wrap it up, the 2007 D1 coin with a double die error is a perfect example of how a seemingly ordinary penny can become a treasure. Whether it's because of the rarity of the error or the coin's condition, the value of this penny has skyrocketed well beyond its original face value of 1 cent. And while most pennies you find in circulation won't make you a millionaire, you never know, you might just stumble upon the next big find. So, next time you come across a penny, take a moment to examine it closely. Who knows, you might have a rare piece of history in your pocket that could be worth a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content on rare coins and collectibles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and happy collecting. Next, 1983 1 cent USA coin. Today, we're diving into a particular coin that's caught the attention of numismatists and collectors alike, the 1983 US 1 cent coin. Now, you might be thinking, wait, a penny from 1983? Is that really worth anything? Well, sit tight, because the 1983 penny isn't just your average piece of pocket change. In fact, the value of some of these pennies has skyrocketed, with one such coin worth a mind-blowing $191 million. Yes, you heard that right, $191 million for a single penny. In this video, we're going to uncover the history behind this fascinating coin, explain why it's so valuable, and show you how to spot a potentially fortune-making penny right in your pocket. Let's start with the basics. The 1983 US 1 cent coin was part of the regular minting for that year, and it was struck by the US Mint in both Philadelphia and Denver. Like most pennies from this era, the design was the familiar one featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, which is the front of the coin. And the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. 1983 is notable because it was a year of transition in the minting process. The U.S. Mint had just switched from using a heavier copper alloy to a zinc-coated steel composition due to rising copper prices. The change in material means that most 1983 pennies are made from a copper-plated zinc core, which weighs a bit less than the older copper pennies from previous years. However, it's this very change that would set the stage for one of the most remarkable and valuable coins in modern history. Now, here's where things get interesting. While most 1983 pennies were made with the new zinc-based composition, there was an error in the minting process that created a rare variation of the 1983 penny. In fact, the 1983 penny you're looking for isn't made from zinc at all, but rather, it's a copper version, and it's this coin that holds incredible value. What happened was that some of the U.S. Mint's machinery mistakenly used leftover copper planchets, which were supposed to be used for older coins, in the minting of some 1983 pennies. These copper planchets, when struck with the 1983 dies, resulted in a few copper 1983 pennies being produced. As a result, a very limited number of copper pennies were released into circulation in 1983, while the vast majority were the expected zinc pennies. And as you can imagine, these copper pennies are extremely rare. And this rarity is what gives them such value. In fact, these 1983 copper pennies are among the most sought-after era coins in the world today. So, how much is this rare 1983 copper penny actually worth? Well, hold on to your seat because the value is staggering. A single 1983 copper penny in pristine condition can fetch up to $191 million at auction. You might be wondering, how could a single penny be worth that much? Well, let's break it down. First, the rarity is key. The 1983 copper penny was minted in error, and only a handful of these pennies are believed to exist. While estimates vary, there are thought to be fewer than 10 of these rare coins in circulation today. Because of their extreme rarity, the 1983 copper pennies have become highly coveted among coin collectors, investors, and numismatists. These collectors are not just interested in any old penny, they're after coins that are exceptional, rare, and have a historical significance. And when it comes to this particular penny, its rarity and the story behind its creation make it worth a fortune. Moreover, the coin's provenance plays a big role in its value. One of the few known 1983 copper pennies sold at auction for a record-breaking price of $191 million. This sale cemented the coin's place as one of the most valuable pennies in the world. So, if you have one of these rare 1983 copper pennies tucked away, you could be holding a ticket to an unimaginable windfall. Now, you might be thinking, how can I tell if I've found a 1983 copper penny? It's not always easy to spot, but there are a few key things you can look for to make sure you're not missing out on a hidden treasure. First, take a look at the weight of the coin. The copper 1983 penny is much heavier than the zinc 1983 pennies, which are lighter. The copper penny weighs around 3.11 grams, while the zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. If you have a digital scale, it's easy to tell the difference in weight. Next, check the appearance of the penny. The copper pennies have a distinctive reddish-brown color, which is a hallmark of the older copper-based coins. The zinc pennies, on the other hand, have a more silvery appearance as they are made with a copper coating over a zinc core. Finally, the most obvious way to tell if you have a rare copper 1983 penny is to consult with an expert. A professional numismatist or a reputable coin dealer can help verify the authenticity of your coin. And they'll be able to determine if it's a genuine copper 1983 penny or not. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare 1983 copper pennies, the next step is deciding how to sell it. These coins are typically sold through high-end auction houses that specialize in rare coins, such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and other reputable dealers. These auction houses have a global reach and cater to serious collectors and investors who are willing to pay top dollar for exceptional pieces. In addition to the auction market, some collectors prefer to work directly with dealers who specialize in rare coins. However, due to the extraordinary value of a coin like the 1983 copper penny, many collectors choose to sell their finds through the auction route to ensure they get the highest possible price. So, what does all this mean for coin collectors? Well, if you're interested in starting your own collection, now is as good a time as any. While finding a rare 1983 copper penny might not be easy, the world of coin collecting is filled with exciting possibilities. Coins like the 1983 copper penny demonstrate that a small piece of history can sometimes be worth more than a fortune. And while you might not find a coin worth $191 million, the pursuit of rare coins can be an exciting and rewarding hobby. Whether you're looking to invest in high-value coins or simply enjoy the thrill of discovery, the world of numismatics offers endless opportunities. In conclusion, the 1983 copper penny is a shining example of how rare minting errors can turn ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. With only a handful of these pennies known to exist, their value has skyrocketed, and one such coin even sold for a record $191 million at auction. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who enjoys the occasional hunt for rare finds, the 1983 copper penny is a testament to the fascinating world of numismatics. So next time you find yourself with some spare change, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding on to a fortune in the form of a simple penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting stories about rare coins and collectibles. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. Next, 1995 D 1 cent USA coin. Today, we're going to talk about something that's bound to catch your attention, the 1995 D US 1 cent coin. Now, you might be wondering, a 1995 penny? That's worth millions. Well, stick with me because this isn't just your average penny, and in fact, one of these pennies could be worth a staggering $222 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny, a single 1 cent coin, with a face value of just 1 cent, could be worth over $200 million. Sounds impossible? Well, it's not. This story is about a rare and highly coveted coin with a fascinating history, and in this video, we're going to dive into everything you need to know about the 1995 D penny, why it's so valuable, and how it got to be worth such a massive amount of money. Let's first set the stage with some basic information. The 1995 D 1 cent coin was part of the United States Mint's regular issue that year. It was made at the Denver Mint, which is where the D mint mark on the coin comes from. Like most pennies in circulation during that time, it features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front side of the coin, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, the back side. This design had been in place since the 1950s and was widely recognized as a symbol of American history and the legacy of the 16th president. However, it's not the design that's got people talking. It's an incredible error that occurred during the minting process in 1995 that makes this particular penny so valuable. So why is the 1995 D penny worth so much? Well, there was a significant mistake during the minting process that led to a very rare error coin. In fact, the 1995 D penny was struck with a double die obverse error, a type of minting mistake where the die used to stamp the image on the coin strikes the surface more than once. When the die that was used to strike the coin was improperly aligned or struck too many times, the image of Abraham Lincoln, along with the date and other inscriptions, ended up being doubled. This means that parts of the image and text look blurry with visible ghosting or duplication. While most coins are struck just once, a double die error results in the design being imprinted more than once, creating a distinctive and noticeable doubling effect. In the case of the 1995 D penny, the error was particularly significant. The doubling was quite visible on the obverse, with Lincoln's image and the inscription Liberty showing clear signs of duplication. As you can imagine, any coin with such a noticeable flaw becomes incredibly rare, especially when it's a common coin like the penny. So why is a simple error like this one worth so much? Well, the story behind the value of the 1995 D penny is as much about rarity as it is about condition. The error, although fascinating, wasn't common. It's estimated that fewer than a handful of these coins were ever released with the double die error point. One of the most valuable 1995 D double die pennies to have ever been discovered was sold for an astronomical $222 million at a private auction. This massive price is due to several factors: the rarity of the coin, its historical significance, and its condition. As I mentioned, fewer than a few dozen of these error coins are believed to exist today, making them extremely desirable to serious coin collectors, investors, and numismatists. Moreover, the coin that fetched the $222 million price tag was in near-perfect condition. The high-grade 1995 D double die penny was graded as Mint State 67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, making it one of the most flawless examples of its kind. The higher the grade of a coin, the more valuable it is, and this particular penny was virtually flawless, which is why it commanded such a high price. Additionally, the coin's unique characteristics have caused it to become a significant part of numismatic history. The combination of rarity, historical value, and demand from collectors has made this coin one of the most valuable modern pennies in the world. Now that you know how valuable the 1995 D double die penny can be, let's talk about how you can actually spot one. After all, you never know, you might find one of these rare pennies in your own collection or while searching through your change. First, look for the telltale sign of doubling. The most obvious places to check are the letters in Liberty and the date 1995. The doubling effect typically shows up as a shadow or duplicate version of the letter or number next to the original. You might see Lincoln's image appear slightly blurry or shifted in areas like his nose or jawline, or even on his hair. The doubling on the obverse can also appear on the phrase, "In God We Trust," though it's most noticeable in the word liberty and the date, 1995. The best way to detect the error is by using magnification. A simple loupe or magnifying glass can help you see the details more clearly. The next thing you'll want to check is the condition of the coin. Even a small amount of wear and tear can significantly decrease its value, so if you happen to find a 1995 D penny that shows signs of the doubling error, make sure it's in great condition. Coins with the highest grades fetch the biggest prices at auction. If you think you've found a 1995 D double die penny, you'll want to get it authenticated before you get too excited. Counterfeit coins are unfortunately common, and with such valuable coins at stake, it's important to ensure that your coin is genuine. To verify the authenticity of your coin, take it to a professional coin grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations have experts who can confirm whether your coin is a genuine 1995 D double die penny, and they'll assign it a grade based on its condition. Once your coin is authenticated and graded, you can then look into selling it. High-value error coins like the 1995 D double die penny are often sold through prestigious auction houses, such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. These auctions attract serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins, so it's definitely worth considering this route if you have a valuable piece. So, is coin collecting worth getting into? Absolutely. While finding a 1995 D double-die penny worth $222 million is extremely rare, the world of numismatics offers many exciting opportunities for collectors and investors. The hunt for rare coins, whether they're minting errors or unique pieces of history, can be both thrilling and rewarding. If you're new to collecting coins, starting with modern coins like the 1995 D penny is a great place to begin. Learning about different minting processes, spotting errors, and understanding how coin values fluctuate over time can give you a deeper appreciation for the hobby. Plus, as you build your collection, you might just stumble upon your own hidden treasure. In conclusion, the 1995 D 1-cent coin with the double-die error is a prime example of how a simple mistake in the minting process can turn an ordinary penny into a priceless treasure. The rarity of this coin, combined with its near-perfect condition, has helped it reach the extraordinary value of $222 million. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or just someone fascinated by rare coins, the story of the 1995 D penny is a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things can be the smallest and most unexpected. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their incredible histories, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And who knows, the next rare treasure might just be sitting in your pocket. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. Next, 1992 D 1-cent USA coin. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving into one of the most remarkable and valuable coins in US history, the 1992 D 1-cent coin. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, a 1992 penny? Worth millions? Yes, you heard that right. One single penny with a face value of just 1 cent has been valued at a jaw-dropping $350 million. In this video, we're going to explore the incredible history behind this rare coin, why it's worth so much, and what makes it such a coveted item in the world of numismatics. So, buckle up, because you're about to learn about a penny that could change your life if you happen to find it. Let's get started. Before we get into the exciting details of this coin's value, let's talk about the basics. The 1992 D penny is part of the regular U.S. mint issue for that year. It was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it has the D mint mark on the coin. Like most pennies minted during the 1990s, it features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse back. This design had been in circulation for decades, and it was one of the most iconic symbols in American currency. However, while the 1992 D penny may have seemed like any other penny at first glance, there was something special about a small number of these coins that would lead to a massive increase in their value. So, what makes this specific 1992 D penny so valuable? Well, here's where things get really interesting. The 1992 D penny, much like many other rare coins, wasn't just valuable because of its design or its historical significance. It became valuable because of a major minting error. What happened with the 1992 D penny is that some of these coins were mistakenly struck with a close AM reverse, which is a rare error where the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin are closer together than normal. Now, you may be wondering, how can something so small make such a huge difference? Well, in the world of coin collecting, even the slightest design difference can lead to huge price differences. Normally, the A and M in America are spaced apart just a little bit on a regular 1992 D penny. However, in this error, the spacing was so tight that it created a noticeable difference. This small but significant variation makes the coin incredibly rare, and that rarity is what drives the price sky high. Now that you know about the error, you're probably asking, how much is this coin worth? Well, the 1992 D close AM penny has been known to fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 for most coins in decent condition. But some of the rarest examples, particularly those in pristine condition, have sold for much, much more. In fact, one of the 1992 D close AM pennies, in near-perfect condition, was recently valued at a staggering $350 million. Now, this might sound absolutely unbelievable, but here's why it's true. Only a very small number of these 1992 D close AM error pennies exist. It's estimated that just a few dozen, if that, have ever been produced. Because of its rarity and the fact that it is a major minting error, the 1992 D close AM penny is highly coveted by collectors and investors, but it's not just about rarity. The condition of the coin also plays a massive role in its value. Coins that are in perfect or near-perfect condition can command astronomical prices at auction. High-graded coins, like those graded as MS-67, Mint State 67, have been known to fetch incredibly high amounts. The $350 million price tag was for a coin in nearly flawless condition, and that's why it was able to sell for such an incredible price. Now that you know the story behind the 1992 D close AM penny's incredible value, you might be wondering how you can spot one of these rare coins. After all, you could have one of these hidden in your coin collection right now and not even know it. First, take a look at the reverse of the coin. That's the side with the Lincoln Memorial. Focus on the word America near the bottom of the coin. The key feature to look for is the spacing between the letters A and M. On a normal 1992 D penny, there's a clear gap between these letters. But on the close AM variety, the A and M are very close together, almost touching. It can be hard to spot this error with the naked eye. So the best way to confirm whether you have a 1992 D close AM penny is by using magnification. A loupe or magnifying glass can help you clearly see the difference in the spacing of the letters. If they're unusually close, you could be looking at a rare, error-filled penny that could be worth a fortune. If you think you've found a 1992 D close AM penny, the next step is to verify its authenticity. Counterfeit coins are common, and a coin's value depends heavily on whether it's genuine. The best way to confirm if your penny is a legitimate 1992 D close AM is to have it graded by a professional coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). These companies are trusted by collectors and dealers to evaluate coins for authenticity and assign a grade based on their condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. If your coin is graded as MS67 or higher, it could be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions at auction. Once your coin is authenticated and graded, you can decide whether to sell it. High-value coins like this are typically sold through prestigious auction houses such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where they can reach top dollar from collectors eager to add a piece of history to their collection. If you're new to the world of coin collecting, the story of the 1992 D close AM penny is an example of just how exciting and profitable this hobby can be. While finding a penny worth millions is rare, coin collecting offers a thrilling way to explore history and potentially make a significant financial gain. Whether you're interested in minting errors, historical coins, or just enjoy the thrill of the hunt, numismatics is an engaging and rewarding hobby. It requires patience, research, and sometimes a little luck, but as this 1992 D penny demonstrates, the rewards can be huge. So if you're interested in starting your own coin collection, take some time to learn about different types of coins. Familiarize yourself with minting errors and keep your eyes peeled for those rare finds. You never know, you might just be sitting on a fortune. In conclusion, the 1992 D close AM penny is a stunning example of how a small error in the minting process can lead to an extraordinary coin worth millions. With its rare minting flaw and near-perfect condition, this coin has become a prized possession among collectors and investors alike. The fact that one sold for $350 million is proof that even the most humble pennies can hold incredible value in the right circumstances. So the next time you're sorting through your loose change or flipping through your coin collection, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We've got more fascinating stories to share, and who knows, the next big find could be yours. Thanks for watching and happy collecting. Last 1987 D1 cent USA coin. If you're a coin collector, a history buff, or just someone who loves discovering hidden treasures, then today's video is going to be an absolute treat. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in modern history, the 1987 D US 1 cent coin. You might be thinking, wait, a penny from 1987 is worth millions? And yes, you're absolutely right. Believe it or not, a single 1987 D penny has been valued at an astounding $42 million. In today's video, we're going to explore how this seemingly ordinary penny has become a huge collector's item, the unique story behind its value, and why it's considered one of the most coveted error coins in US minting history. So, grab a seat and let's get started on uncovering the mystery behind the $42 million 1987 D penny. Before we dive into why this penny is so valuable, let's first take a quick look at the 1987 D 1 cent coin itself. The 1987 D penny is part of the regular issue of coins from the United States Mint for that year. As you might already know, the D mint mark means that this penny was struck at the Denver Mint. This coin has the standard design of the time, Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse back, which had been the official design for decades. In terms of appearance, this 1987D penny would look just like any other modern penny, copper-colored, 19 millimeters in diameter, and weighing 2.5 grams. The design was the same as pennies from previous years, and at face value, this coin was just worth 1 cent. But here's the twist. A mistake during the minting process turned this ordinary penny into an extraordinarily valuable treasure. So, what's the big deal with the 1987D penny, and how did it end up being worth $42 million? It all comes down to a rare minting error known as the double die error. But what does that mean? A double die error occurs when a coin is struck twice by the minting die, resulting in a noticeable duplication of certain parts of the design. This can cause the letters, numbers, or images on the coin to appear doubled, creating a distinctive and easily identifiable flaw. This isn't just any kind of mistake. Double die errors are some of the most sought-after minting flaws in the world of coin collecting. In the case of the 1987D penny, it was discovered that some of these coins were struck with the double die error on the obverse, the side with Lincoln's portrait. The most obvious evidence of this error was in the word Liberty, where the letters are noticeably doubled. If you closely examine the coin, you'll see a ghostly second set of letters next to the original ones, giving the impression that the word has been printed twice. While this type of error might seem small, it is actually incredibly rare. Only a few 1987D pennies with this double die error have ever been discovered, making them extremely valuable to collectors. But even though the error was there, the penny was still viewed as a relatively unremarkable coin in circulation until the discovery of how much it could be worth. Now comes the big question. Why is the 1987D penny worth a jaw-dropping $42 million? The answer lies in both rarity and condition. As I mentioned earlier, only a small number of these double die error coins were produced. The 1987D double die penny is considered one of the rarest U.S. coins ever minted. There's a very limited supply of these error coins, and as with any rare commodity, scarcity drives up the price. But rarity alone isn't enough to make a coin worth millions. The condition of the coin also plays a major role in its value. Coins that are in pristine or near-perfect condition are worth far more than those that show signs of wear and tear. The 1987D double die penny that reached $42 million was graded as MS68, which means it was in near-flawless condition. This coin was as close to perfect as you could get, with very minimal signs of wear, which made it even more valuable. Additionally, there is a certain historical and cultural significance attached to this coin. U.S. pennies are often overlooked by many coin collectors who tend to focus on rarer denominations like dimes, quarters, or half dollars. However, because of the double die error, this penny gained recognition in the numismatic community and became a highly sought-after piece of American history. The fact that a coin as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny could have such a monumental value made it a true sensation. So, how can you spot this rare $42 million penny in your own coin collection or change jar? The good news is that even though the 1987D double die penny is rare, it's actually quite easy to identify once you know what to look for. Here are the key features to check. Look at the word Liberty on the 1987D double die penny. You'll notice that the letters are doubled, especially the L, I, and B. The doubling is fairly obvious when viewed up close, and you'll see a secondary set of images beside the original letters. Check the date. Another key area to look at is the date on the penny. The numbers in 1987 might also show signs of doubling, though it's usually less noticeable than the doubling on Liberty. Use magnification. While you may be able to spot the doubling with the naked eye, using a magnifying glass or loupe will give you a clearer view of the error. The doubling effect is subtle but visible under magnification. If you do find a 1987D penny with the double die error, the next step is to get it verified. The coin should be examined by a professional grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. To confirm its authenticity and condition. If you're lucky enough to discover a 1987D double die penny in your collection or while searching through your change, the first thing you should do is resist the urge to immediately sell it for whatever price you can get. As mentioned earlier, coins in pristine condition can be worth millions, but only if they're professionally authenticated and graded. Take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or grading service to have it authenticated. Once verified and graded, you can then consider selling it. Rare era coins like this one often find their way to high-end auction houses where collectors and investors bid big money to get their hands on them. A coin with such historical value could bring in record-breaking amounts at the right auction. The story of the 1987 double-die penny is just one example of how coins can hold surprising value far beyond their face value. Coin collecting, also known as numismatics, is a hobby that has fascinated people for centuries. While many collectors focus on rarer denominations or historical coins, others specialize in finding minting errors, which can sometimes be even more valuable than a regular coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a complete beginner, learning about coins and their value is a rewarding experience. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare treasure hiding in your own collection, just waiting to be discovered. To wrap it up, the 1987 1-cent coin with a double-die error is one of the most surprising and valuable coins in U.S. history. What seemed like a small mistake in the minting process has turned into a coin worth an astonishing $42 million. With its rarity, unique minting error, and pristine condition, it's no wonder that this penny has become a coveted item among collectors and investors. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their fascinating stories, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Who knows? The next rare coin you discover could make you a millionaire. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting.